Hello Virgos, this is your timeless of love variant reading. Please bear in mind a few things before we get started. These messages in this channel may resonate more if Virgo is a placement found in your sun, rising, and or Jupiter position. However, if you're here for your moon placement being in the sign of Virgo, you may be in search of emotional redemption, which this reading may not provide. For that, my energies welcome you over in my sister channel. The link can be found in the description box below. All right, the love variant entails whatever the love variant reading wants to entail. It could be about being single, partnered up, one, two, karmic, divine, I don't know. Whatever it decides to want to speak about will be addressed. So Virgo, let's get started with your reading. Okay. A little bit of anxiety. All right, we're starting off with the guide, inheritance, correction. Someone's trying to like catch up, like they're trying to catch up with ether, and ether is trying to push the narrative of you paying attention to a different frequency, which will trigger you when you hear the words slow down. Whatever chaos comes into your mind when you hear those words to slow down, those reactions is what's really important for you to sit with. Those are unaddressed shadow aspects coming across from you hearing the words of someone telling you to slow down. The last thing that you really want in this energy right now that I'm reading is to slow down. So anyone that comes and tells you, back up, relax, what are you talking about? I don't understand you. Anything that will require you a bit more focused attention in your energy being pulled back and you having to calm down, think about what you're about to say, realize who you're saying it to as to why you might need to slow down your words. It's not about being retarded or finding anyone. I'm not even trying to be insulting here, all right? Please don't be insensitive. But it's about not wanting to trigger any negativity. And whomever is telling you to slow down, they're not trying to antagonize you and mean to put more harm in your way. It's more of this energy, I can't understand you and you need to just give me a moment to get to your level because you're very elevated at this time, whatever that means in regards to your character, flow, behavior, attitude, whatever. Something's really high about you, Virgo, that when it comes to social interactions at certain aspects, maybe in relationships or conquests, you feel like overrun and exasperated because the ether is wanting you to slow down. All right, we have the vengeance, overcoming slights, a choice. We have the walker, the unknown, a journey, and the catalyst, radical changes and taking control. I feel that at this time, Virgo, if any of the following messages made sense, and you have crystals around where you are sleeping at night, it would be very important to get them out of your vicinity at this time for you to just be with yourself. Frequencies of crystals are meant to illuminate, and they really are. Whether you believe it in or not, they can just be an anointment in the room and you wouldn't even know how much it affects you. It's just like a trophy you've won and already put on your bookshelf because it's a situation that's over and just there to symbolize a marking of time. That's exactly what crystals do, and they provide a cataclysmic, whatever that word is, of a radiance in their ether. And although you're a resilient human being, if you purchased that or you received it as a gift and you've accepted it, it makes more of a cataclysmic behavior because your intention was integrated in its awareness and in yours. So you've anointed it, you've consented to the existence of it in your space, and it's too chaotic for you at this time. It's not allowing you to take control of a narrative because there are just too many frequencies being illuminated within you right now without you being able to really understand where your sure-footedness is supposed to really be. So it would maybe be of someone's interest here to take the crystals in your vicinity of sleeping away for a good 30 days. Okay, you need to just be with self, and that's it. So what's really important for you at this time is for people to be understanding. You would like for a lesser and a less challenging conversation. Oh yeah, wow, okay, exhausted. Yeah, you're overrun. You're overrun with maybe not enough, like, certain conversations that you're having right now are not very self-nurturing for you. Like, they're taking more pieces away from you, so you feel a bit imbalanced. Are you imbalanced? No, because you're satisfied with the material aspects to what you have come to grow into or know or have. Materialistically, you're fine. Materialistically, you understand why there may be a lack of motivation and where you may need to spark personal interest to just have a better understanding of your own law of attraction and manifestation. But what's louder is the narrative that you're not having, which is the narrative of wanting equal reciprocity of a conversation where someone just understands you, even if you're talking about two separate different colors or separate different existence. Wanting to share space with someone who just understands the space that you're in is very much yearned after right now. Someone might be seeing the number 711. Yeah, like I said, materialistically, in the aspects of what you have fundamentally around you, you're satisfied. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles, she sees the value and the values of what she has, also what she purchases, the people and the integrity that she maintains in relationships. But there's, like I said, something louder in the narrative unfolding, and I feel that it's about not being dreamed too much. Yeah, look at that, 10 of Wands. All right, feeling the role of Virgo. Virgo is the sign of being a service-orientated being, and picking up the slack for Virgo is a completely different definition than another sign picking up the slack. And especially if your sun sign Virgo, all right? No other sign in their sun position will understand what service-orientated workload truly means. And so if you're, let's say, Virgo in moon placement, you have no idea how to justify these types of feelings that may be unjust to how people just leave you breathless, all right, because they're just taking too much. So when it comes to self-love, you are vibrating at a different tune, And that tune offers you to enrich yourself. And that's where you start becoming more excited and understanding of the role that you have for yourself, Virgo, without being so angry that maybe you give out a lot more and maybe you don't take in as much, but you're starting to realize what is coming in is much more fruitful and much more eternal sustainability and just a perseverance of a power that's coming in this awareness sector that kind of makes it easier to handle 90% of the other bullshit. That 10% allows you to be like, all right, I can deal with this, because the thing is that 10%, you realize you have 100% control of that 10%. That 10% is the relationship that you have with everything that you're connected with and everything that you don't know. And that has 100% of satisfactory in its 10% marginal room of existence in your life. That 90% that you do of servicing love is nothing. It's absolutely nothing for you. You realize that, people are there because they may need you. People are there because you need them. And the mirroring aspect of what 7-11 also provides is where you start maybe having a more integrated understanding to what true soulmate, divine counterpart, even twin flames ought to be. Like I said, that 10% is all you need to really feel 100% devoted. And I say that because the message is clear. You're receiving the downloads, the understanding, the wisdom, the courage, the vitality, even the anger here, ladies and gentlemen, all those in between and beyond. All right, the anger is really, really important for you to channel in this reading, because this anger is what may have brought you to a reading of this kind. And this anger is allowing you to kind of feel it in maybe a different light. And that's where the 100% of the 10% is taking over that 90% and saying, wait a minute, why are we uneven here? Why are we so uneven to the 90% going to so many fucking people, and that 90% giving them 100% satisfaction because they just love your energy, and however it is that you can provide their love, can provide their love in return for them, and then mixed in it your love. It's just so filled with a lot of loyalty. You're such a loyal sign, Virgo. You come in people's lives and crevices when they really need somebody, and although there are a million distractions and zero compliments that usually come to you in the return rate of having paid attention that it was you that offered them assistance, you're realizing more that's not really your point of existence. You don't need to be validated by the 90% of the people who take 100% of your energy. All right, you want to be validated by yourself. And if the 90% becomes more, then you will pull more boundaries, because your goal is to make it less than 90% and make 100% of everything that you are yours, and then equally 100% received outward or given from you will be, because it is just no ego involved. It is unconditional love, and it's just about sharing space. So you will never feel drained. You will never feel uncomfortable. You will know how to consent to energy, good or bad. You will know how to push boundaries. You will know how to set boundaries. You will know how to not limit yourself while also being limitless. And just straight powerful. Someone's taking the courage to understand themselves, Virgo, all right? When you're making your way towards someone, all right, you want to look at loyalty from a different perspective, even if that means bringing more loyalty to the relationship that you're in right now. And if that means in void of a partner, that means you want to bring that relationship of loyalty to yourself. And then imagine where that will bring you, okay? The Death card. All right, interesting. So No one likes the death card in the aspect of, oh, good thing is to come, and then the death card comes in, you're like, what the fuck, all right? So, but what is needed is to understand what has brought you to the reading in the first place. The little sun illuminating here is the Mecca of light, where the power of 7-Eleven, the mirroring aspect of identifier, a self within others, for others, starts making sense. And that involves a lot of ego deaths, lots of dying of actual people, dying of pets, dying of children, abortions, like the despicable things that can happen to human existence has to be made aware of, because it's just inevitable. There are too many points where people can go into any state of form of consciousness and be just rattled the fuck up with how much brutality is anywhere to be found. Okay? And some of them are out there to keep perpetuating that same idea. It is just the way that darkness operates. It wants more of it. But avoiding it completely will not make you smarter to the light that that you're operating on. It just won't. So understanding the inevitability of the energy of death card is to finally make peace with it. And that peace, when you've had in your death experience, or you've had been in a coma, or lost consciousness, or move outside of your body, or even lucid dream, you travel the varying degrees of consciousness of death. And realize there's an absolute power of peace coming from that. And it's very much alive. That's the irony of it. Death is alive, all right? Ace of Cups. I said death is alive. You're alive. When you cease to exist in the form of what you think is existence right now, you will still be alive. So where are you really going? Where are your fears trying to take you if you have self-deprecating thoughts? They can't take you to a place that doesn't really exist, because it will exist. But what will exist is the holy Mecca of all, which is you want to be in a vibration of nothing and feel the vibration of all. And that is to make peace with darkness. That is what it makes sense to understand. You don't have to have fear for the inevitability. Doing so distracts you from the narrative of what you have and what you could bring more compassion and empathy towards in this life. What you can share with people in order to be closer with, and realize that that closeness isn't always enriched by everyone. So you put people in the places where they need to exist in your space, but don't allow them to occupy space in your mind or rent out space in your mind. You give them permission to kind of see what you're all about. They're passing through. And as they're passing through, what you give is the longevity of eternity, that if you're no longer around, they will reminisce of that energy and get all of you. Do you see how alive all these energies are? Being fruitful to love is being very fruitful to yourself. Understanding your own darkness and misery will be for the forever justice that you will need to understand the light that you want to carry, or the light that you do carry. That's where Sekhmet's energy comes in heavy with the justice energy, because she provides more clarity to the things that you do see in the tangible world. She brings you clarity in that of which has been made possible for the collective to see. Yeah, you have your courts of justice. You know, someone wants to have fair justice in their rulings of court. Somebody wants a divorce, actually, because they want to leave and have a better understanding what a soul journey sharing time and space with someone is really about. And that's what that divorce is about. The divorce isn't about vengeance, it's about clarity. And that clarity can only be offered if you commit the ultimate sin here for this someone. Because for this person, this is a Virgo energy, this person feels like they're committing sins and wanting to get a divorce or having multiple divorces because they sign up for like a holy matrimony and yet they fall short. And it's the ego that still allows you to do that, to make the choices of beginning and ending. But what's bigger than that is the light that which you carry, and that will make more sense. Even if it's 10% of an understanding now, it's 100% of what it is that you are. And that 100% with time, with whatever choice you make in life, will be whatever it is that you want it to be, and what will also be made available for you. Because not everything that you desire is readily available, but that's only your ego telling you and limiting you to the things that you say. Page of Swords. So what's happening in like a court battle is that you, Virgo, for someone who this resonates with, are being pushed to the limits of having to practice your throat chakra. Even if this situation doesn't go in your favor for the longevity for the next few years, the sentence will be you having to speak up, speak out. It's not that justice was done to you and it's wrong. It's a universal justice. This is all there is. And to get to the other end, it's almost asking you to find the key of which it is you already had, but you just didn't see at the time of your choosing. It's a hard to get to energy because I see this energy being behind the wall. Like the person is sending out their signal. This is Virgo energy, saying that they're really lost. And I'm seeing someone in a penitentiary and they can't have outside access to the, I guess, the quote unquote normal of society, and having to be behind walls to make peace with their choices. And anything that was done bad is a cost to this individual, who again I'm feeling is Virgo energy, and is wanting to ask Ether how they can move outside of the walls. And with anyone who's read books, and people who have been incarcerated or have to go through some sort of developmental skills in order to get reacclimatized to society, a lot of them have received a calling of some kind. And this calling is well-rounded than more of the individuals who sit in their own living room or their bedroom watching TV, because they were forced through a situation with no control to sit with a narrative they couldn't escape, because they couldn't escape leaving the room. And if one is locked up in a room for a short period of time, your sensations, your physiological makeup wants you to understand how to leave, because it wants to fight for fresh air, it wants to fight for natural light, it wants to fight for having choices to leave, and when you realize that choice cannot be made any longer, existence is a different form. And I think for you right now, Virgo, the reason why I went for such a long tangent is that even if that doesn't resonate with being incarcerated, you've been in your mind for so long that you've put up walls in your own mind and you've governed them. You've governed your own makeup with the self-analytical power that you have, and you understand a rhyme and reason that maybe other close individuals near you do not understand how you do it, but they come to you for more of that wisdom because you offer integrity, you offer security, you offer the ability to see things and feel them because you've already felt them with so much innocence that you inquiring about your existence and your mind frame made you become the Page of Swords to understand your own vitality, your own degree of maturity, your own degree of fight or flight, and wanting to push yourself to be something. Ability to be something here. Ten of Cups, beautiful regenerative energy of having succeeded the lesson, however it makes sense to you. The mental control is about sustaining an act of love within you. That's why you don't see that many damaging Eight of Swords energy. It's not about the chaos. It's about understanding everything that you already are, Virgo. I mean, go check out Aries reading for them to be haunted by Virgo energy over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, like literally over and over again. I deleted a lot of my content for most of the majority of the signs, so you can't really, whatever. Point is, Aries is haunted by Virgo energy because the galactic power of Mother Gaia is Virgo energy. And to understand that is to not be more chaotic in your mind of Virgo, but to push you to be more of who you are. And that's the Knight of Pentacles. Understanding how to protect yourself and taking that and using these two horses here and being the Chariot card, getting on your high horse, whatever high horse of imagination you need to go on in order to just enjoy your ride. Enjoy the ride. It is not about literally finding all the niches to make it a good, positive experience. No, for that, life isn't about having a positive experience. It's just about having an experience. And when it becomes positive, yay. And yippee-ki-yay. And if it's low, negative, then we want to understand why it's negative, because we love to take the negatives and maybe push it with another negative, because negative and negative can make it positive, right? So is there anything truly negative in this world? No. Is there something truly negative as in dying? No, because even the black hole is needed to give and offer true light of existence, y'all. All right? There is no getting away with darkness, but you're going to get further and further sucked into a void of loneliness if you don't accept that darkness isn't going anywhere. So Justice card out again. Here comes a Flying Tower card. Alright, true justice in your favor, coming in and fucking things up. Alright, fucking up your world, fucking up your perspective, and just changing the game of everything that you thought love ought to be. Some of you are literally like changing worlds. You're totally like metamorphing into something beyond your dreams. It's beyond your dreams because it's beyond your comprehension right now, but it's a feeling that is like, wow. All right, and that feeling is wow. So you're gonna want more wow, and that wow is like wow. Okay, and there are no words in that existence. Ether says you can handle it. Look at all these major arcanas here. Justice, Tower, High Priestess, and the Fool. You can handle this. Some of you are like, fuck that. Pentacles. Yeah, look at you. You're going. You're going, you can handle it. You can handle it, Virgo. Alright? Like, we're not wanting to be here and focus on and you trying to figure out whether or not the reality that you live in is real. It's as real as whatever it may be because you listen out to these readings. Alright? If it's one or two of y'all, I really don't give a shit. Alright? It has nothing to do with who will it make sense to or how many. It's that it makes sense, and whoever it makes sense to as well will get to understanding what that light of reason is all about, because it's a frequency, and that frequency will automatically propel you to where you need to be to understand everything that you think you didn't understand. And in that same awareness, if you practice being grateful, you'll understand what it means to be grateful for what it is that you have. If you've never in your growing understand what it means to be grateful of something, you won't be able to hold on to the things that you attract, because for that you will always be bounced up to the buoy of gratification. You will get everything that you're asking for, but maybe the engine stops running, right? Maybe that car will break down or will crash or get in an accident, or someone wanted to sponsor you, and you went with them, but then they wanted to take your copyright material. Like, there's something viciously wrong in Ether telling you need to get your shit together. If you, Virgo, felt like you are really good at getting things but not keeping them, and if you don't know how to keep them, then you are still not understanding the minor aspect to all this major influence around you right now. You have major arcana, Justice, Tower, High Priestess, and the Fool. If you're not understanding those energies, your life will not make sense, okay? In the way that you will make sense of these energies is to be not only grateful for the experience, grateful for what you have, but grateful for what else that gratitude can teach you about self. A new risk of love. All right, there's a new risk of love here. It's an inhalation process. It's not moving on, I fear. It's time. Clarity is found in darkness. That sure as hell has felt in this reading. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between and beyond, I ask for you to check out the description box below if you'd like any of my services. I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. Take care.